Hi everyone, today I've got the one and only Lui Krieg with me. Lui, you don't really need to, but could you please introduce yourself and share with us how you were drawn to Avalon?
Of course, yes. It's quite a story. I could probably fill an hour with that story, and I actually have this story on YouTube. If somebody's really interested, then check me out on YouTube, where I'm telling my story of how I came to Avalon. But to make it short, I was traveling with my family, with my partner Tessa, a partner at the time, and my son Kailash. I was traveling in England. My son was about 3 years old. He's now 30 or 32 or 31. Anyway, we came across an ad in a newspaper up in Yorkshire telling us about the Glastonbury Festival. And we got so excited, and we jumped into the van, and we drove down, and we drove into Avalon, and we did go to the Glastonbury Festival, and we had an amazing time there. But after the festival, we arrived in what I think is the real Glastonbury, which is the heart of Avalon, and we just literally fell in love with it straight away. We resonated with the people here. I was already working with crystals at the time, making my crystal creations, my magic wands, and they were so well received here, and we were so well received that we decided that we're just going to stay here and live here. We lived in a van at the time, so we were travelers, we were on the road, and we decided to make this our home, and this is the short version of the story. 27, 28 years later, I don't know how many lifetimes I've spent here. I love every minute of it. I'm still love my Stone Age creation, my temple for Earth and Mother Earth, and temple of crystals and sound, where people can immerse themselves into a really, really special experience. Otherwise, I'm here to serve the pilgrims that come to Glastonbury with my wisdom and with my knowledge about crystals and about the energy, the properties of crystals. People come here all the time looking for solutions to problems in the way of working with crystals to create more abundance, to create good health, and to create a positive energy flow in their lives.
How do you experience and express your spiritual path day to day in Avalon?
Well, that's a very good question. You know, it's like, part of my spiritual experience here is actually to go to the sacred sites, which I still do on a very regular basis. That's going to the Chalice Well, that's going to the Abbey, and that's going to the Tor. And I have a very, very strong connection in those places. And I usually go into a meditation, earth meditation there. And I do actually connect to the goddess, because I feel the goddess energy is so strong here in Avalon. And the goddess energy is embedded in the earth. So when I connect to the earth, and when I then hold my crystals, I feel very, very empowered, and I immediately can go in a very, very deep meditation. Apart from that, it is, for me, it's all about keeping strong and healthy, especially during these times that what is going on right now, where a lot of people are a little bit hesitant and fearful, and they don't look after themselves enough. Whenever there's a time of crisis, I like to invest the time into becoming better and stronger, and this is through exercise. I do yoga, I do stretching exercise, I do Pilates, and I have my own personal gym at home, and I'm lucky enough to have a spa as well. So whenever there's a day to pass, I can pass it very, very easily, and that combined with my regular meditations in the evening. So in the mornings I more do yoga and stretching and more awakening exercises. In the evening is my time to meditate with my crystals. And that's when I sit and I smudge and I sit with the crystals and I do my positive visualization for myself, for the people around me, and for the whole entire planet.
What does goddess or divine feminine mean to you? How do you see her?
Well, I see her first in the landscape, which I think it's very, very feminine. Already the Glastonbury tour being like a bosom, like a feminine feature, so to say, but also just the whole rolling green hills and everything always keeps me connected. And I think anybody, any pilgrim that comes to Glastonbury will feel that connection with the goddess and with the Mother Earth again, because for me those two are connected. Gaia, the Mother Earth, and the goddess, they are part of one greater being. The next thing for me is to constantly nourish the goddess within myself, because I am a man, but I have a feminine side and I have a divine goddess side, which I actually nourish quite a lot, and I feel that my feminine side is very, very strong, and so I work with that in a way where I feel we connect the feminine and the masculine together, because that is in the end what it's all about, and where we all thrive is this interaction between the masculine and the feminine. The feminine, of course, more holding the rituals, the practical side of the rituals, the magic. The masculine more holding the space, protecting and guarding the feminine, doing their magic, so to say, but also to get involved and interact, and then also that reflects to our relationships and to our sexual activities, and it's just a big space that is called the space of the goddess.
Do you find that the crystal beings, do you find that the goddess speaks to you differently through different crystals, and does she speak to you when you're crafting?
Well, it's more the crystals, the individual crystals will talk to me then, because we have our intuitive language where I just get the messages, and I think, of course, the crystals again are very feminine, but there's a lot of masculine ones as well. So I communicate. When I work, I communicate with the crystals directly, whether they're masculine or feminine or whatever, whether they come from meteorites or whether they come from Mother Earth. They all after 35 years of practice, they all speak to me. Especially the rose quartz, for example, it's a very feminine. So we have different in the quartz family, which is the major healing mineral. We have the clear quartz, we have the rose quartz, and we have the amethyst. And so for me, the rose quartz brings in the feminine aspect. It brings in the healing of the heart. It brings in the soothing, the love, the opening of the heart chakra, while for me the quartz crystal is more masculine. And so the quartz and the rose quartz really go really well together. Already the shape of the quartz crystal is like a phallic shape, so it already kind of suggests a masculine energy in there. And so the rose quartz is for the emotional side, the clear quartz is for the physical side. Because the clear quartz works on all the chakras, quartz breaks the light into the spectrum of the whole rainbow colors, and so works on all the chakras. One stone can do everything, and that's the quartz, the master healer. But then we have the amethyst, which activates the crown chakra, and that brings in the spiritual side. So this, for me, on a very simple level, for people who listen out there and they're interested in the energies of these magical crystals, it's a very simple thing. Rose quartz for love, clear quartz for healing, and amethyst for connecting to your higher self.
How do you find that living in Avalon has empowered you to stand in your sovereignty and to be your true self the most?
Glastonbury is a very particular place. It doesn't love everybody, and not everybody has a good journey here.
Yeah.
You know, people come here and they get confused or they get crazy. A lot of people get crazy here because you're on the edge and the veil is very thin here. And so you have to be in your strength to grow here. And you can see that with the community of people here. There's people that grow and people that get stronger all the time. And then there's people that get weaker all the time. So Glastonbury is basically it's for healing, and it invites everybody to come and be healed. But you have to work for it, and you have to do it, and it's not going to be done for you just magically.
Thank you, Lui, on behalf of everyone that watches this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for
You're
inspiring
welcome.
us.
And for everybody that is out there and has not been to Glastonbury yet, you better make your pilgrimage here sooner than later, because it's one of the most inspiring and most beautiful places on planet Earth, and it is also known as the heart chakra of planet Earth. So, thank you very much, Ria.
Thank you.